It is no news that the world suffers from climate change. In Africa, the struggle to maintain steady energy supply to end users is more challenging. Taku Energy is the game changer that envisions an Africa where people live on renewable energy and not have their lives put on a hold when grid power supply fails. Taku Energy, the smart solution that has come to revolutionize the energy industry. Taku Energy is reliable in supplying the best solar products in the market today, ranging from homes, businesses, recreational vehicles, boating, and virtually any application you can think of. Delivering excellence in solar technology. Taku Energy. New energy, new life, new future. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome yet again to this very special edition of the DITABELL Talent Show. And here with us today is a very special person. This is somebody I've known for a while. This is somebody, each time he's around me, I can't just stop smiling, because no matter how sad you get, he will look for a way around to move that smile, right? And we are here with nobody else but the brain behind Taku Energy. You want to tell us your name, sir?
First of all, I wish to thank you very much for having me on your show. And it's always an honor to meet with you, by the way. It's not just me making you smile, but equally you always be an inspiration to us and to the family. My name is Tako, as you said, and the CEO of Taku Energy.
Thank you very much, Mr. Alan Taku. As you heard him, he is the CEO of Taku Energy, and he's here with us today. He's going to be telling us how he came about the whole Taku Energy, from the conception of the idea until the actualization of the project, and it is now a reality. You go everywhere in Cameroon, not only Cameroon, Africa, and even here in the United States, we hear about Taku Energy. Tell us, Mr. Allen, how you came about the conception of this idea until it is now a reality.
Yeah, thank you very much, Rita. Yes, Taku Energy to me is something that I hold very dear to my heart. First of all, it is something that we came up with a simple principle of how do we make an impact. How do we make an impact, especially in continental Africa? When I visited Cameroon, for example, where I'm originally from, I realized that there are many limitations in terms of the people in Cameroon developing themselves in terms of sustainable development. And I discovered that energy is a key factor that can be a driver to sustainable development and equally making an impact. So the goal was to go there and bring in the technology, as well as inspired young Africans on how to take charge of their own lives in terms of being creative, in terms of using energy as a center point for innovations and driving new value creation.
Thank you very much. From what I gathered there, actually this idea came about someone sitting somewhere and thinking, how can I create an impact? How can I impact my community, my surrounding, and my country and the world as a whole? This is somebody sitting there and thinking in this direction. How can I create an impact? And I would like to put this out there to everybody. When we sit, it's not always about talking about things that don't matter. It's high time we started thinking about how we can impact the world, how we can impact our community, how we can impact even our immediate family. When we get to this point where our mindset is tilted to this direction where we can sit and all we are thinking about is how we can impact the world around us, that is the birthplace of creativity. That is because there are a lot of people out there. Sometimes you talk to young men and all you can tell is there is nothing up there. They have nothing to talk about. But this is somebody sitting here today telling us how he came about something that has been going viral, that is actually creating an impact, not only around his community, because when he started, I believe it was first in his community, and then now it's going all over Africa and America included. this is just an idea from one person. If one person can think like this, and then the next person can think like this, just think about how we can be able to transform our community together when we start thinking, when we start changing our mentality to think positive. So this is how he came about. I'm gonna ask you this question. Tell us, what can you tell somebody out there who might be thinking, oh, I want to venture into this energy thing? And by the way, before we even go into that, tell us your grounds of operation. Where is Taku Energy currently operating?
Yes. Thank you very much. You said a whole lot of things there that if we have to go through everything, we may be having hours upon hours here, but I will narrow it down. Yes, we operate in the United States. We operate in 5 other African countries, Cameroon, Rwanda, and then we are getting to Togo. We started off Niger. The political instability there has slowed things down, and then we're going to be going to Gabon. Yes, to touch a little bit on what you said in terms of making an impact, that's something that was my number one driver. And the next thing was, how can we Africans change the African narratives? I studied here in the US. I came here when I was 17. I did my bachelor, up to master's, up to my MBA. I worked with IBM for some years, worked with GE, and we did all sort of innovations. But many a time I asked myself, yes, we have a lot of great minds in the US. When we go to Africa, all we hear is complaints. We hear a lot of complaints in terms of there are no roads, there are not energy, there's no energy, there's no water. But I said, but what can I do? You, as an African, what can you do to change the African narratives? What is it that you can do that can organically impact the community in which you live? Charity starts at home. So I started with Cameroon. And in Cameroon, for example, we're doing a lot of projects there with the Minister of Secondary Education, who is the Minister, Professor Nalova Lyonga, where we're powering secondary schools there for them to expand on the activity on digitalization. Now we talk about AI. So everything is possible now for any young Cameroonian or any young African who wants to innovate. Artificial intelligence is a game changer. So please, as you go on, continue to reinforce the need for us not to be afraid of technology, but to embrace it. We leverage artificial intelligence, we leverage the challenges that we face in our community and find that niche that can make that positive impact. And that's what Taku Energy is all about. We power homes, we power businesses, we equally have systems that power water, because water is equally another very essential pillar in terms of sustainable development. We have solar borehole pumps, we have power systems that can charge cell phones, and if you go to on www.takuenergy.com, you see a lot of different things that we're doing there. There's no project that is too small or too big for us. So we have a cross-brand in terms of renewable energy devices that we can use to change and make the impact that is necessary.
Wow, you just said something there. I've always known that Taku Energy is just limited to energy, but you mentioned that, or you guys are not limited there. You also do power water. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, there are so many remote areas in Africa, for example, where they don't have water, or if they have water and they have to depend on the national water supply, will not really sustain the community. So in most places, we partner with other companies that do the borehole. They dig the borehole, and in some cases, when they do the borehole, to get that water to pump up for availability becomes a challenge. That's when our system comes in. We now use solar borehole pumps and pull the water from, in some cases, up to 100 meters deep, and then we use it to supply to the community or individual residents.
Wow. That is so amazing. Can you imagine? This morning when I woke up, I actually woke up with a call from Africa. My elder sister was calling me, and I didn't even have an idea I was going to meet you today. But yeah, you're talking about exactly what she woke me up to talk about. Hey, because we are about to start a project, but what is the problem? We have water issue. And here am I talking to somebody who is just giving me the solution to my problem. Now, this is also a solution provider channel. The reason DITABELL Talent Show is out here is to showcase some of these talented people in our community. Look at the great thing this guy is doing in our community. I had no clue that you are also in one way connected to the borehole. It's today that I even learned about the word borehole. I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, there's no water. They have to do a borehole, and they were telling me about you. We have to get the experts to come test the area and see how far they're gonna deep, and then that is where Taku Energy comes in to go in there. And then when they're able to dig that Taku Energy, I think they are the one who even helped to do the visibility studies to actually locate where is a good place for the borehole, and then how far they're gonna dig, and then it is your energy that is gonna help that water to pump out of that borehole, right? Did I get it right? Oh my goodness. Look at how our community is gradually transforming just because somebody sat somewhere and thought about how he can impact his community. And you mentioned something there. When you go to Africa, all we see is complaint. Oh, there are no roads. Oh, there are no good schools. Oh, there are not this. There are no jobs. It is high time we stopped complaining. What can you do to improve the roads? What can you do to improve on the schools? What can you do? What is your 1 cent that you can add to impact your community in a positive way? It is high time we stop all the complaint and get into the thinking room and start strategizing. Start thinking of how we can impact and improve our community. Thank you so much, Mr. Mr. Alan Taku. I'm fam used to call him Uncle Alan, and I was going there. By the way, it's my uncle. Thank you so much. And my next question was gonna be, tell us, what can you say to somebody who is sitting there and nursing this idea just like you sat and thought about it, but for some reason they are thinking, oh, I don't think I can do this. What is the word for just to encourage people like that?
The first thing is attitude changes a lot of things. Always make sure you have the positive mind. The journey to 1,000 miles begins with a step. So if you have a complex idea, start with the little things. Make sure you get those little early gains so that those early gains will continue to give you the motivation. Never say that you don't know until when you try. There's nothing wrong. Some of us try so many times before we got to get it right. So just know that the path to innovation is iterations. You keep trying and making sure you change, and you learn from the mistakes and you grow the concepts. So, and as I said, AI is a game changer. There are so many things now you can go on using AI. You can be able to come out with different concepts, and you put those concepts into actions. Just make sure you start. Don't say tomorrow. Procrastination will just kill you. You have to start. Don't be afraid to fail, because at the end of the day, it is the attitude that matters, the positive attitude. And for young Africans, I would like them to understand that this is their time. I mean, if you look at everything that is happening around the world, you understand that Africa presents itself a great opportunities in terms of not just innovation, but equally in terms of creating new opportunities for themselves. Think about what can you do to solve that problem that your community is facing, and you find yourself becoming an entrepreneur. Thank you.
Thank you so much. If I'm gonna take anything from what he just said right now, I was jotting down. I like to write when I listen to great minds speak. Of course, this is a great mind. And I got 3 things. Don't be afraid to start. And don't be afraid of failure. Have a positive mind. He says positive attitude matters. Attitude changes everything, and a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. You might be sitting down there thinking, and one other thing he also mentioned is that procrastination is the theft of time. You sit there and you're procrastinating, that's time you're wasting. 1 second gone is gone and gone for good. You can never get it back. Get to work, whatever it is that you have in mind. Don't sit on it. Put it to work. Get on work. Whatever little thing you are doing, just make sure that that thing you're doing is working towards that idea. Before you know it, everything will connect together, and that is how we blow. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know how busy you are. You just got back from Cameroon a few days ago, Thursday, you told me that, and you live in Utah. Utah. You live in Utah, but here we are in Tucson. Here we are in Tucson, Arizona. This tells you how busy this man is. He was in Africa 2 days ago. He came back to Utah, and here he is in Tucson. And I'm like, I'm not gonna let you go. You can't slip off my hand. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, do not take talks like this for granted. It is not every day you hear from a great mind like this. He's not having two heads. He has only one head. He's an ordinary person like you and I, but something happened, and he has just shared that with us. A positive mind, take it one day at a time. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step. That is how he began, and this is where he is today. Now we all know, beside every successful man, there is a powerful woman, and we cannot let this man take all his glory to himself. There is somebody here, my very special person. And Tipo, I'm gonna address her this way. And Tipo, tell us a little bit about how do you deal with this man and this busy schedule? Tell us a little bit.
Thank you so much for having me. I feel like my role is to support him. And that's what I do. Support him, encourage him, and just help him excel. And in order to do that, I have to hold down the home, make sure everyone's doing well, kids are taken care of, and just be his pillar and just support him.
If there is an image to describe peace, this lady sitting here is that image. The only reason this man is able to excel and do what he is doing is because there is absolute peace in his home. This is the woman who makes sure that the house is running while our entrepreneur is out there impacting our community positively. She makes sure that the kids are up and going. Their school, their homeworks, their everything, programs is being taken care of. Hey kiddos, you guys want to come in? By the way, the whole Taku Energy is on, the whole Taku family is on this show this evening. What a privilege to have you guys in here. Come on over here. You guys are just going to say hi, tell us your name, and tell us what you do to support Daddy in everything he's doing. Tell us your name and your role in supporting Daddy. I want to hear that.
My name is Veronique, and to support my dad, I just focus on getting my work done and making sure I finish up everything so he doesn't have to worry about me.
And making sure you have food.
Wow. Did you hear that? Yes. That is a huge support. She makes sure that she finish her work so that Daddy doesn't have to worry about her. Daddy doesn't have to come and say, hey, Veronique, have you done your homework? Hey, Veronique, have you done the dishes? Hey, Veronique. No, that is her own support, and that is amazing. Thank you so much for your support. Hey, Mama, tell us your name and tell us how you support Daddy to do the amazing things that he's doing in the community.
My name is Maya, and to help my dad, for example, whenever he does tell me to do something, I work on improving on it so the next time he doesn't have to tell me to do it.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Did you guys hear that? They don't have to stress daddy out. Basically, that's the cutoff point. They don't have to stress daddy out because they know that daddy is already so stressed out with work and everything he has to do out there. So they do their role by making sure that if daddy says do this, I don't have to let him say that the second time. Thank you guys so much for your support and keep it up. Keep supporting daddy. Daddy is doing great things, not only in the family, but is impacting the whole community, the whole universe as we speak right now. Taku Energy, I go on social media, it's everywhere. It's just everywhere. It just keeps popping up, and we just want to thank you so much, Mr. Alan Tako, and your entire family, because this is your support system. We thank you guys so much for how you've impacted our community and for how you've, shined that light to the part of, just think about a village without light, woke up one morning or one evening and they are not in darkness. Thank you so much. And may God continue to give you more wisdom to do great things to impact our community. It was such fun having you on the DITABELL Talent Show. It is always my pleasure to have you on here. Thank you all so much.
Keep up with the good work.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. These people, they are the people who check on me all the time. The boys video game.
You can tell.
This one they call me. Have you eaten? Make sure you sleep. Don't work too hard, daddy. All the time, yes.
This is the Taku support energy right here. The support team.
You guys are playing video games. I'm taking care of mommy also. Oh, thank you.
All right.